All right. Today is Thursday. Yes, it is Thursday. Actually started out cold this morning, and because I have to use so much energy to generate heat in my body, I have used so much energy this morning, so I am extremely challenged mentally this morning. So I'm just sort of moving my feet along just to make sure. So pretty much I'm putting one foot in front of the other this morning. That is what I'm actually doing, putting one foot in front of the other. That's what I'm doing this morning, putting one foot in front of the other. That is what I'm doing. So this morning is one of those challenging runs this morning where no matter what the situation is, you still got to push your body. Today is one of those days where you just don't give up. Yes, you go through it. It's all in the mind. Your body's trying to tell you, why didn't you stop? It's all in the mind this morning. So the mental stuff I'm actually dealing with this morning. So this really has a lot to do with mental toughness today. This run today has a lot to do with mental toughness. It's pretty quiet. And like I said, that cold this morning kind of got me a little. So I've used a lot of energy trying to warm up my body. It actually drains you out, and you don't even realize it. So I'm just moving sluggishly today, which is really, really nice. So it's pretty much it's better than nothing, but I'm just moving sluggishly. Just moving the feet in front of one another. Oh, and I'm taking a lot of breaks. I am just like, whoo, how long am I going to be out here for this morning? It's actually a blue sky. And there's that time of the morning where a lot of people are actually at their jobs, just like I used to, until I don't know what happened. So just dragging that feet, and it's all about mental toughness. Never giving up, pushing your body. So this morning, yes, I'm really dragging my feet. I guess now I know what it is, because there is just something about running a marathon every day that, I think, what day is this, like 10 or 12? And there's another young man in South Carolina that did, I think he ran a marathon every day for mental illness. And yes, it humbles you to get up every day and run a marathon. It really does. Because you have to be humble. There are days when you come out, every single person is just going by you, it feels like. But the thing is, once you keep at it, it's just like life itself. It's funny, I ended up in the same neighborhood. I was right here yesterday again, but very early. So once you keep at it, you begin to push your body through it, and it becomes the whole thing about tapping into the mental power of yourself. So today, I just cannot deny that. And I sort of knew it too, because I just wanted to be out in that cold this morning, because I don't know when we're going to get that type of cold. So I think the body was just at shock. The body was shocked this morning, how cold it got. So I couldn't come out early. Normally I'm always done by now. I can start with day. But this morning, yes, it is one of those days. All I know that I'm doing right now is I am putting one foot in front of the other. And that's why I always say that this thing called, this running thing, is a humble experience, because when you truly push your body, you learn about humbleness. When you do those quick miles, I'm just done, so you never really push your body, so it's a different ballgame. But like on days like this, so like I said, I think this is my second Friday coming up tomorrow, or third Friday since I've been doing this. I just decided, let me just do this. Let me challenge myself. What am I running for? I don't know. I just know I have a lot of, I don't know, it's just the whole thing about the human consciousness, really. I got to meditate a lot on this journey. So this morning is one of those extra. So, and what's so funny about today is all I just need tonight, instead of 9 o'clock p.m. be in bed, I'll probably go to bed 8:30, 8 o'clock tonight. And I will recover properly, because I can't shake it off today, but I can still move my body mentally. But as far as that heaviness, that fatigue, some reason I can't shake it off today. I'm just moving like a snail. But because of that determination that goes along with it, so it's easy. And this is the part that I like, the part where my body just can move, but my mind is still active. So, and that's just what it is right now. My mind is still active. Morning. So yes, I don't know what's on my mind this morning, except for all these green things that I'm seeing. I'm excited about it. I hope we don't see another cold. We won't see another cold in Georgia for a little minute, because it was chilly this morning. I call it spring winter this morning. It was cold. And I guess it's because it's been warmer these days too. So, I'm also breathing a little heavy too. That drowsiness. The whole funny thing about this is I'll probably get a lot of my strength back when I reach that mile 22 mark. Which is still another 8 more miles to go. And I'm going to start saying, what the biscuit happened? But in the meantime, this right here, this challenge and just knowing how to place your body, moving one foot in front of the other, it is what it's all about sometimes. Sometimes in this life, just go with the flow. Because every time we're trying to fight against things, it creates pain and chemical imbalance. because I'm just dragging my feet and just leaning forward, I am actually listening to the rhythm of my body. I'm not trying to force it, because if I try to force it, believe me, I'll probably be laying on the floor sleeping. So because I'm letting that force of nature take its own course, just let it pull me. Just trust. And that energy will just come back gradually, and your body will begin to move, and it's amazing. So now what I'm just doing, I'm just trusting. I'm not looking at who's passing by or who's actually passing me. I'm just trusting this pull in my feet to just drag me at his own pace to my destination. And I think that's what it is about our lives too, that we tend to follow other people. And when we compete, sometimes, I'm not saying all the time, but certain situation requires it, but when we compete all the time, we bring misery to self. Because competition means sometimes bad thinking. Sometimes competition means wishing something that we will not wish for ourselves to another person. And I've been through that experience, especially when I was playing football. And because you want your own chance so bad, you unconsciously dislike everyone else, and you don't even realize you're doing it. But basically the whole thing is, be happy for others, and that happiness will transfer for you. Don't look at the situation that you're in, but just be happy for others. Once you're happy for others, you're happy for yourself. It's just the energy of life. And that's why I would say consciousness, like everyone else talk about, spirituality, love, energy, it all comes from wishing others well. Wish upon others what you wish upon yourself. It doesn't matter what you do. You could mistreat others and get everything that you wanted, but at the last minute, your karma is always going to come to you. It doesn't. That's just the universal law, period. Yeah, you could trick people, have all these things. You can't hide from it. So that's why when you still do that biscuit, you better enjoy it, because that punishment is coming. That's a given. That's just the rules of life right there. So however you treat people, get ready for the same thing to happen to you. So the vibration of the earth. Good morning. How you doing? The vibration of the earth. Actually, today is the Earth Day. Everyone is celebrating. I think it's a wonderful thing that we're celebrating the Earth Day. Anyway, let me just keep quiet. I don't want to say anything to offend anyone, but I just think it's okay that we're celebrating the Earth Day. I just wish they would celebrate something else or not do something else. So I'm just going to keep quiet on that. So it's the thought that really matters. So life in general, absolutely amazing. I began to talk to a young man yesterday. So I'm like, you know what? I need some type of mentorship. I need just one person to believe in what I'm doing. Nobody else has to believe in what I'm doing. I just need that one person to believe in what I'm doing, and that's it. And I think sometimes when we're trying to do something in our lives, we want the approval of everybody. No. All you just want is that one person, yourself, And the invisible thing that we call God or power, whatever you want to call it. That's who you need to believe in what you're doing. Yeah, that's just it. So yesterday, I found mine. So I was just like, oh, it doesn't matter who that person is. It doesn't matter where they're from. You just need one person just to believe in what you're doing. And the rest, it's just history. So I come out here in a wealthy mannerism. Just being alive every day, waking up, I truly feel wealthy from within me. I truly, truly do. And because I've worked so much inside of me, it is very easy to ignore the noises from outside. I just act like I didn't see it because I know that most people have an idea, but they don't practice the stuff that I do every single day in the morning. So I'm not really bothered about it. Because what is even so funny is we talk about those sort of things all the time. We preach about it, but we don't live it. So I have been granted the opportunity to be able to experience those type of things in the morning, get up early, do all this, do that. And it's just kind of just like, yes, I truly understand. And I begin to think in another mannerism that, once you have doesn't matter what belief system or what ideology you have, once you are comfortable with it and you believe what you're doing, you don't need to tell, oh, let me cross over here. You don't need to make anyone else believe. You just become, let's cross over, at ease. Nobody has to believe in what you believe in. You are just your own man or woman. And that's just it. The only reason why we're trying to put people down and convince them to do certain things is we just don't believe in what we're doing ourselves. We'll question it in our head. And when you question what you're doing, proving to others that what you're doing is wrong, is right, is the correct way, is very attainable for you. Because just making others feel bad for what they're not doing and what you're doing in your life, it gives this sense of pleasurism. It is delusional, but it just gives that sense of pleasurism. And that's why it's so important. Oh, listen to these birds singing. That's why it's so important. I love those. Where's the birds here? Let me hear it. That's just the thing right there. I love it. When I hear this, when I'm hearing this, I'm just loving it. I know I'm alive. I'm in the right place. So I think I actually lost my thought before. Oh, biscuit. Yes, I was talking about listening to the inner self. Because all the answers that you actually have is right there within you. And I always emphasize this. Write to yourself. Write to yourself with your opposite hand. Write to your brain. Your brain is the most powerful thing. Write to it. Write to your brain for anything that you want to know. It might look as if your brain is not teaching you anything, and that is because we've conditioned ourselves to believe that the entity that exists, that gives energy, is outside of us. But write to your brain. If you are right-handed, I'm going to repeat it. Write with your left hand to your brain until it can straighten out. When you begin to write with your left hand, your opposite hand, period, if it's left or right. You started out wobbling. But if you could be patient for 3 to 6 months and begin to write every single day to your brain, your organs, your veins, you will be amazed the answers that will come to you. Write to yourself in every single organs, your veins, your toes, your eyes, your nose, you name it. Go further to all the private part. There is a sense of energy in it. Those things operate without you even realizing it. So write to your brain. You can Google all this and just the spiritual writing. Write things down that you cannot tell anybody. Things that bother you, write it down. Don't let your ego kill you. You could play the ego game to most, even though there's some people who can actually see through you, because human beings will act. When you begin to meditate, you begin to read people's body languages, so they call it psychic or whatever. But when you begin to write to yourself, it is so powerful. You can lie to other people, but please do not lie to yourself. Write to your brain. let me slow down here, because I'm telling you, this 26 miles today, I am getting, it's like it's giving me a left hand. It's like being in a boxing ring, and you know when you get to the last time and you're getting punched everywhere and you're seeing double, yes. But I know I'm going to get over this storm. So that's what I'm just looking at. I'm ready. That's where it comes to, that mental toughness. But I'm going to say, write to your brain. This thing right here, write to it. God is in right here. Your higher self, your energy. That's why in the Yoruba culture, we call it Ori. Your Ori. Like a Yoruba one, we tell you, call see Ori. Right to your brain. It's funny that my Yoruba is not even that good. I gotta start taking some classes. Ain't that some biscuit? My Yoruba is even almost like me speaking broken English right now. But I'm gonna leave it like that. Right to your brain. Right to your brain with your opposite hand. One love.